Hey, good morning, everybody. I hit it. Okay, I'm a few minutes after, 5 minutes after the hour. I tell you, I always have big visions about where I think I'm going to get in the amount of time, and it doesn't happen that way. So I am sitting here. I have to tell you before we start. So my son got me this really amazing blanket for Christmas, and it's heated. So before I took my son to preschool, my other son, I started warming this. So I am so cozy warm sitting here with you ladies right now. It's so exciting. Hey, Amy. Hello, hello. Welcome to the meditation challenge. I see we've got Melissa on as well. Give me a little hello when you get online so that I can say hello back to you. Today for the challenge, we are going to talk about some of the blocks that you might have to meditating so we can bust through them and you can get on to all of that meditating. So before we get officially started here, I'm going to type, and I cannot type and talk at the same time. Like I have in past days before, I've got the link to join the challenge for you, just in case you're jumping on and you're like, what, there's a challenge? I don't know about this. This way you can get the emails and you will get them. Now I've got it set up so that you're going to get them starting from day 1, as well as the finishing up email. So you'll start getting the stuff that you may have missed from days 1. Now, these links are only going to work up and through tomorrow. So on Saturday, if you try to join the challenge, you're not going to be able to do it anymore. So I'm going to re-release it in a different form. So you can sign up for that challenge to get all of the goodies, all of the meditations that we've done, all of the live videos. You can also scroll through the Facebook group and get them as well. But this way, you're going to get the affirmations and the journal prompts and all that stuff in your email, so you can save it for, in 2 weeks if you want to do the meditation challenge again, and you've got all of that information. So that is how that is all going to work. So today we're going to talk about blocks to meditation, because many of the moms I talk to that are getting started on this journey say, yeah, well, I can't meditate because blah. I don't meditate because of this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And so I want to bust through some of the blocks, because to me, meditation is one of the easiest things that you can do for yourself. And it's one of the best things that you can do for yourself. It doesn't require, it's not hard. That's one of the first blocks. It is not hard. And like I've talked about all week, you can watch these things and you see these like bald men sitting in like some special pose with their eyes closed for 4 hours meditating. Like, that's not what it's about. That's not what I call mama meditation, because no mom has got 4 hours to sit in silence like that. Unless they've like abandoned their children and freaked out and ran off somewhere. Right. So that's like nervous breakdown stuff. We don't have that kind of time. So that's not what it's about. It is not hard. Meditating is so easy. I talked with a lot of moms about health and fitness, and it's just hard. I just don't like it. My favorite is I don't like sweating. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, you know what? Meditation, there's no sweating. It's not hard work. It is the easiest things you can do. I mean, what an amazing excuse to go take some time for yourself. And I'm not saying I didn't have that block at first either. I was like, well, it's just too hard. I don't know. You know what? I love now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go meditate for 20 minutes. And I just get to sit in silence with myself and my thoughts. And I don't have to do a thing. I don't need to vacuum. I don't need to work out. I don't need to clean the kitchen. I don't need to cook anything for my family. I don't need to drive. I don't need to nag my kids to do their schoolwork. All I need to do is just sit and be by myself, guys. It is the easiest thing in the world. Like, my word of the year, even though it's not the word of the year I started with, my word of the year is ease. I think there we go. My blanket turned itself off. My word of the year is ease, and meditation is like the number one easiest thing that you can do for yourself. So bust that block out of your head right now that it's hard. It is so not hard. So block number 2, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the time. So we kind of busted through that block on Monday when we talked about how little time it actually takes. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, really, we did 3-minute meditations. Yesterday's was maybe 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Less than 5 minutes, you can totally change your whole world. You can change your mindset about things. You can just like start feeling like pure gold in like 5 minutes or less. It does not take a lot of time, and it doesn't waste your time. The benefits, guys. I've talked about yelling less at kids, about positive self-image, about being more centered and having thoughts and ideas just coming to me rather than me spending like a half an hour trying to create this email. All of a sudden, if I stop and meditate for 5 minutes, the email comes to me like that. Getting along better with your spouse. teaching your kids to be a little bit more centered. It has helped with weight loss. There are many weight loss meditations out there that you can do. So there are so many different benefits to meditating. It's never a waste of time. So block number 3 is that whole time thing. And I'm not even going to talk about that because we talked about that on Tuesday. But it hardly takes any time, and it is something that is totally, totally, totally worth your time and effort. I promise you that. So one of the other blocks, and this one I am going to spend some time on, is that whole mind wandering issue, because my mind wanders. It still does. And that was one of the things when I first started meditating. I was like, well, my mind's just all over the place. Like, I'm not doing it right. And so it can't possibly be benefiting me. And the thing is that even if your mind is wandering, you are getting the benefit. You are still quiet. You are still taking time for yourself. And when you are, feel those thoughts wandering, there's a reason that's happening. Maybe that's something that you do need to be thinking about. You're churning your thoughts in your head. And that's when those amazing ideas come, is when you're doing all that wandering. So the mind wandering, it isn't a bad thing at all. It's actually a really positive part of the meditation, and it means that you're, quote, doing it right, if there is a right way. I just realized that I want to write these down in the order that I'm talking about them, so that I can put them, maybe I'll type in my phone so I can put them in the email that I send out. So the mind wandering thing, guys, it's just not an excuse. And even if you're going to sit for 5 minutes by yourself and let your mind wander, isn't that time well spent? You're still giving yourself the gift of being on your own and giving yourself some space. And you're still getting something out of it. So what do you do when your mind wanders? You let that thought come in, you recognize it, and you just send it on its way. Or maybe you add it into the meditation. You say to yourself, gosh, maybe that's something I want to ponder about during my meditation. Yesterday, I talked about some of the different tools that you might use, and maybe you might pull a card and then meditate on whatever that card says, or maybe you might meditate on something that we've talked about in here that's one of your journal prompts, and then journal about it. So that's maybe a thought that comes into your head is something about that, and maybe it's going to give you that answer that you've been looking for. Sometimes I will if I'm trying to make a decision and I'm overthinking it, I'll sit in my meditation mode and I will think about that situation. And my mind is going all over the place about all the possibilities and what could happen if I do this. And that's part of the process. And then by the time I'm done, I'm like, I feel really good about the decision I'm making, and this is what I'm going to be doing. So really don't let that mind wandering thing like mess you up or think that you shouldn't be doing it. And over time, your mind will actually wander less and less and less. I still have days where that's all I do. And those are the days, honestly, I get done. I'm like, gosh, was that even worth what I just did? And then later on in the day, like something will come to me and I'm like, oh, that's why my mind was going so crazy over that particular issue that I was wandering over. So take that mind wandering with a grain of salt, because it might be just part of the process that you're going through. One of the other blocks, I've kind of touched on this a little bit, but just that you're like doing it wrong, or that you're like calling negative forces to you because you're not doing it exactly right. And there just is no right or wrong way to do it. I don't even know how else I can, how many times I can say that. There's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong amount of time. There's no right or wrong amount of thoughts or things that you do during your meditation. You can even do, like, if you have a hard time sitting still, you can do a walking meditation. Put your headphones in, go for a walk, and listen to the guided meditation while you're walking, and you're going to get a huge benefit out of that meditation. And to be honest, ladies, I always was like, well, I'm just not that kind of person that can sit still. I got to be going all the time. I got to be busy. I got to be doing 50 things at once. And I realized that meditation was kind of my call to action, that I needed to sit down and take more time for myself. I needed to take that break, because that hustle bustle, going all the time was creating lots of anxiety inside my system. It was blocking so much energy. And so just sitting down and taking that time to quiet my mind, to quiet my body, especially because I always would talk about like, oh yeah, I do lots of self-care. I mask my face, but while I was masking my face, I was making dinner or I was picking up the living room. Oh yeah, I work out every day. That's my alone time. And I still say this, that's my alone time. I'm down in the basement. I'm like huffing and puffing and sweating, and I'm trying to see how fast I can get that 45-minute workout done, because I got a whole bunch of other shit to do when I get done with that. So it's not a whole lot of relaxing, contemplative time. So, it's good for you to take that break and to sit down. Like I said, I do it a lot of times first thing in the morning before I even get out of bed, because then I don't have to get out of bed quite yet. So it's okay to use it as an excuse to take that break and to rest and to ease your mind and get back into it. And I promise you, if you've got something you can't figure out, you need an idea over, maybe you're trying to write a book or something at your job and you just can't figure it out, 5 minutes. Meditation on one of the ones that we've done in the program here, something that completely unrelated to your business, and those ideas will come to you. I really, 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 truly beg you to try it out. So if there's any other blocks that you come up with, post them down in the group. Any other reasons why you've been kind of putting off trying this meditation thing, I would love, love, love to hear about it. And I will respond to your comments down there later on. We're going to end with a little forgiveness / worry meditation today. We want to let go of all the negative crap that's getting stuck up in our head and that's blocking us, and that's keeping us from doing all the amazing things that we should be doing. So we're going to do that meditation. But before we go, I just want to mention again that I love working with moms and up-leveling their lives, whether it's in health, whether it's their business, whether they just need to fix their mindset so that they're not so freaking miserable all the time. I just have so much joy around that kind of work. And I would love to know if any of you have that desire to up level yourselves and up level your lives, because when you up level, it flows off all over the place. It flows off into your business. It flows off into your family. You feel better. You look better. Even if you haven't lost weight and that's your goal, you'll look better when you start feeling better about yourself. Your face shows it. Your skin shows it. All of those things start to show it when you've up leveled. So I would, if you have any calling to work a little bit deeper with me and what that can mean for you, I'd love to set up a no obligation call with you. We'll get on the phone for an hour. We'll talk about the different things that you might be struggling with, where you want to go in your life, where you want to up level. And we'll see if how we can help make that happen for you this year. One of my big goals this year was to not let the crap that kept me stuck in 2018 carry into 2019. And I would love to help you do the same. So totally shoot me a personal message just to my Rachel Linsmeyer Jenks email or Facebook Messenger account, and I will reach out to you and we can set up a time for us to get together and chat about how you can up level your life. All right. Who's ready to meditate? I'm ready to meditate. So I have got my recording device already here. By the way, guys, too, I'm recording this on my phone. It's some free app that I got. You can make your own meditations as well. Once you kind of start going, all right, I know what I need. I know what I want to do. You can start creating those own meditations yourself and reuse them, record them on your phone or reuse them over and over again. I email it to myself when I'm done here. And then that's when I put it into the SoundCloud, and then I send it off to you guys in those emails. So you can have a copy of it. You can do the same thing for yourself. And like I said, find them on YouTube, get some on Amazon Music. There are a million places that you can get meditations for whatever it is that you desire. You can also record some affirmations, like take all the affirmations that we've done together and record them in here and have them kind of on repeat. And you can kind of have those ringing in your ear all day long as well. So there are so many different things that you can do to up level your mind. Okay, let me get back to that screen. My phone shut off on me. All right, we are going to start that meditation. To begin today's forgiveness worry meditation, we are going to get in a comfortable spot. Remembering, I want your spine open. I want your legs uncrossed. It's always a good idea to be in a relaxed state. So we will start there. So I want you to start, just take a nice deep breath in and let out all of that anxiety and tension in your body. Take another deep breath in and exhale again. More anxiety, more tension. Now on this next inhale, I want you to bring those shoulders up to your ears really tight, and exhale, release them all down so they're as far away from your ears as possible. Today, I want you to imagine a ball of green light up above your head. That is the light of forgiveness. And now I want you to imagine that ball of green light is showering over your body, dripping, showering over every inch of your body, starting at your crown, all the way down your head to your shoulders. You can feel that green light cleansing your body all the way down to your fingertips. And then moving through your body, down your torso, down into your legs, and down into your feet, feeling that relaxation overcome you. And as you're sitting in this entirely relaxed state, I want you to think about some worries that you have going on in your life. Just think about those worries. We're going to bring them all to the surface now, and then we are going to release them. So if one of your worries involves something around your business, I want you to put it inside a balloon. Think of this green balloon, throw it in the balloon, and then you're going to watch that balloon go up, up, up. Let go of the balloon and watch it go up, 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 up until you can barely see it anymore. And then I want you to see it pop. Mentally pop that balloon. That worry is gone. Now take that second worry. Maybe it has something to do with your children, whatever that worry might be. Put it in the balloon. Let go of that balloon and watch it rise up into the sky further and further and further. And as it gets to the point where you can barely see it anymore, I want you to pop the balloon and visualize that worry disappearing. Let's choose a third worry. Maybe it is a disagreement or something going on with your spouse. I want you to put it in the balloon. And I want you to watch that balloon as you let go of it rise into the sky. Rise, rise, rise until you can barely see it. Then I want you to pop that balloon. And that worry is gone. You can do this for all of the worries that you have. You can do this any time of the day, getting yourself into a relaxed state, putting those worries into the balloons and watching them fade away until they pop. Now thinking about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about letting somebody else off the hook. It is about your feelings about whatever it is that you've been worrying about, that you've been upset about. I want you to think of a situation that you've had trouble letting go of. Maybe that's a fight with your spouse, an issue at your job, something you forgot to do that caused a big problem. It is time to forgive. You can forgive yourself. You can forgive others. So choose that thought that you want to forgive. And I want you to put that inside the balloon. Let go of the balloon. Watch it rise up into the sky and pop. And then take that other issue that you want to forgive. Put it in the balloon. Let it rise up into the sky, going higher and higher until you can barely see it, and then you see it pop. You can do this for all of the things that you want to forgive. As we close our meditation today, I want you to take another nice, deep, relaxing breath in and exhale out. And you may open your eyes to the room. All right, so that one got a little bit longer. That was about 4.5 minutes, but it still was not very long, guys. If you can keep something under 5 minutes, I call that a win. Forgiveness work is something that I love to work with my clients on because so many of the reoccurring things that we have going in our life is due to situations that we just don't let go of. And so if we can let go of those situations, it will definitely up level your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed our challenge today. Please let me know down in the comments what kind of blocks you have about meditation, what keeps you from doing it, or if you've been doing it or this week you've started doing it and you're seeing some huge shifts and changes going on. Let me know about those changes down in the comments or send me a personal message because I love to hear about those things. So have a great rest of your day, everybody, and we will see you for the last day of our challenge tomorrow. I will be coming to you live, by the way, from my car. My girls have a gymnastics meet that we're setting up from, so I'm going to sneak away and go do this live with you all. So there will be no meditation tomorrow, but I'll be sharing with you the Frazzle to Fit Mom meditation. So you will be getting that tomorrow instead of doing the meditation live. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.